What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I do want to have a conversation today about Andrew Holmes. Andrew Holmes is in a lot of trouble, okay? Might not be civilly in a lot of trouble, but he's in trouble overall. And the person that was focusing on Andrew Holmes was Mr. Jedediah Brown. He's an activist. He even admitted as such. When he first started, he wasn't even focused on Tiffany Henyard. He was focused on Andrew Holmes.
In the Chicagoland area. I am not here for Tiffany Henyard. And I will say this before I talk about specifically Andrew Holmes. I don't really have a real opinion about Tiffany Henyard. I am not after Tiffany Henyard. And I'm not for or nor against. What I will tell you, based on the research and the stuff that we've done, the voters of Dolton really got to make a decision based on their quality of life. The people of Thornton Township have to make a decision based on their quality of life. And if this stuff affects them in a way that they want to keep it or move it on. All publicity, I'll tell you one thing for sure.
Now, after being focused on Andrew Holmes, we didn't know what was going to happen as far as if he was the trustee that was embattled in this. We did not know, right? But then we found out from this lady that she knew Andrew Holmes, and here's what he did.
The other assistant, just, being in our modes of being an assistant, we're saying stuff out loud, especially if the mayor's there, 'cause she's always doing something, so she wants to hear what we have while she's doing something or whatever. So now that assistant, she'll always say, okay, well, we got this upcoming trip. And then she said the dates, and she said May 21st. And I was like, that's my 31st birthday. I've never been there. I didn't necessarily know if I was going or not, but I definitely said, I want to make that trip. So Tiffany was, telling me, like, this is not, no trip like that. Like this, we're going down there for business. And I said, well, I definitely understand, but I still never been in the vicinity of Vegas. So even if I could just be there and it's my birthday, I would still feel good. But, I was like, you know how hard I work anyway, so I'm not even worried about that. And that was the conversation. This is our last night in Vegas. When we clock out, isn't anybody hitting the strip with me? It's my birthday. And everybody said no, or they had something else to do, but Andrew. Miles did say that if he's done doing whatever he was doing, he'll catch up with us. Okay, so fine, but I at least knew I got a man with me, I'm gonna make it home. I ain't even gotta worry about try to go on the strip by myself. I legitimately thought that, I was gonna make it home. Until my last memory was me waking up in his room.
Now Andrew Holmes is nowhere to be found in the village of Dolton. He's still not coming to the meetings. I'm assuming he's still being paid. Tiffany Henyard is still quiet on the issue. She's talking about everything else but this. But here's some interesting information that Mr. Jedediah Brown got from a person. I want to read these messages that he received. It says, hey Jedediah, Andrew Holmes has another victim, his very first victim back March 27th, 1984. She was 16 years old. Is there any name or proof? This is what he's saying. She doesn't want to reveal her identity, but they went to school together. The school's name was Cosmopolitan Prep downtown Chicago. They graduated on March 27, 1984. She became Andrew's victim that night. She is my best friend. He replies, I pray one day she speaks up because there's nothing I can do if she doesn't. He's been getting away with it for a long time, then up till now, where one was finally willing to face him. She sees how everybody is attacking the victim now. She don't want to come after her and family. Understand, it would only give her credibility to fight though. Then it doesn't reveal any identities. If not, I won't. But this at least lets me fight with the possibility that it may be a 15th. I don't know what that means. Now let's go back to this. That's the best I can do, and it would help the only survivor who found courage stay encouraged. Yes, you can reveal the message. He would know the date that he did that to her. That's the night they graduated. Okay. One more thing. They were supposed to have been going to a graduation party that night, March 27, 1984. And he said he was going to stop by the store and get some drinks. And the next thing she was at his grandmother's in the basement. All right. So let me just talk about this. I don't know that if this is true, because this is something he's putting out. However, because he is attached to Tiffany Henyard, and Andrew Holmes is definitely corrupt, whatever smoke that he gets, he deserves it. If Andrew Holmes was not involved in this or exhibiting this behavior, then he would not have a problem. The issue is when you deal with people and you piss them off and you deal in stupidity because it benefits you, you never really see these things coming about. That is why it is so important how you treat people in life. That's the number one testimony that I would have. You can't be perfect, but you gotta be nice to folks. And when you stand up for the wrong thing, look at what's coming across the board now. Just like Drake. I mean, he got into the little battle with the guy, and let me just say, with Kendrick Lamar, now people are going back and digging, and they're digging, and they're digging. And this is what's happening with Andrew Holmes. People are going back digging and digging and digging and digging. But when you were spending the town's money with her on Las Vegas, all of this could have been solved if you'd have been like, Mayor, we shouldn't go to Vegas, or let me not go to Vegas. Like, the other trustees did, right? So the other trustees didn't go. Who are those trustees? Like Kiana Belcher, Jason House, Brittany Norwood, Tammy Brown. They didn't go, okay? But you wanted to spend somebody's money, the town's money, or the township's money on your broke ass to go to Las Vegas. Was it worth the trip? And you would think that somebody your age would have some level of wisdom. And wisdom must not be a thing associated with age, is it? Because you're completely stupid and you make no kind of sense at all. I cannot even believe how you could even have thought something good would come out of this. The lady at the time was already being heavily scrutinized. You should have wanted to stay away from this and keep your good name as a person that is, in the city of Chicago. You don't even live in Dolton. That trustee position should have been somebody in Dolton. But again, there you go, doing anything for money. How does it feel that you want to do things for money, Andrew Holmes? How does it feel now? Doesn't it feel great that you would do anything for money? Isn't that nice now? Don't you think that that's a great thing for you to do? You've lost all of your career in about 2 months. Now nobody can touch you forever. There is no, all the funding you were getting from somewhere that you were doing, not a chance now. It's gone. Once that lady came out there with them teary eyes and started crying, boo-hoo. That's it. And you should have kept on doing what you're doing, leaving Dolton alone. You see, you should have kept doing what you're doing, leaving Dolton alone, not worried about nothing like that. You'd have been fine. You'd have been good. You'd have been good, player. But you don't want that. And now it's cost you a lot. So guys, what do you think? It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. Appreciate you for all you do. Subscribe to the bell. We're out.